Chapter 12, Jome and Jonathan. Mesmerized at the sight of the bubble city, Vani in Yekevu sto tere en chuk his het in amazement, Sabaoth is able, he said proudly. He walked towards the wall and held up his hand to touch it. Who, in the hell, are you? And motherfucker, what the hell do you think you re finna do with your hands? I no good and damn well you re not finna touch that wall. In 1.2 seconds, you re gonna have about 100 of them some bitches fucking up my damn game. Tere stot a young man 6 foot even and medium build, weighing about 150 pounds, with one of the filthiest Vani in Yekevu had ever heard and had a stitch that would wake the dead. Put your hand down, motherfucker, damn. He shouted. Vani in Yekevu didst know what to do, hold his nose or kill the man, but he didst him dangerous and didst want to be rude either. He slowly lowered his hands, the man looked at Vani in Yekevu from head to toe, as he continued, "Oh, what are you doing out here? You re a long way from home, coming around looking like Adam lost puppy. Where the fuck are you from?" Vani in Yekevu grabbed his kenne and looked for any sudden movements. BR12 didst see this time coming. Vani in Yekevu said aloud. What time is coming? What the fuck are you talking about? It's about 11 o'clock, man. The young man was confused about what Vani in Yekevu had said, and took that maybe he was slow. So, he rephrased his words, using his hands to illustrate what he was saying. Look, if you touch that wall, you gotta alert CS, and he don't fuck with CS and mich just kill the understand be. Rubbing his eyes and forehead, for he is a his vision in a dream months ago, Vani in Yekevu, adjusting his tukups, what language do you speak? It's so hard to follow, and who are the S and the BS? The young man was named Jonathan, he scratched his head, grabbed his private area, and took on it tose weit roped some bitches, acting like Tere got in Tere. Jonathan pointed at the bubble, then he gestured, touch wall. He pointed to the bubble in Gesture again, using his fingers in a vertical motion and crossing his neck with anger. You die, motherfucker. You understand that? Shit. He slowly turned it around and continued reprimanding him, asshole, looking like a fish out of water. Talking about Wusse. BS. BST the nudes in your mood, motherfucker. If you want to die, take your fucking ass for south, straight to that front door, and say, hey, lead me in. TLL lead your ass in Allricht, with your head on Adam Trophy wall. Damn. Yo, Jome. Jome. Jonathan shouted in frustration. Jome automatically opened a hidden door that LED into the ground, but Jome didst come out, I'm boozy. Jome shouted back to Jonathan, but Jonathan continued. Look at this fool, some simple-minded and dumb ninja turtle-looking motherfucker. Do you believe he was finna touch that damn ball? His ass was standing there looking like a deer in headlights. Jome rose from the Strukture underground. What? Where the hell is he from? He looked at Vani in Yekevu. Oh yeah, he's one of those Wankatanichtin, Katte, or some shit like that. Jome continued, hey brother, are you lost? Well, I can see that much, but your ass is fucking up. BR12 is your ass around here. Jome curiously looked around, and your ass ain't got a horse or nothing else to read. BR12 didst you at least dress up as one of them or like us? You know, camouflage yourself. Jome. Was a little older than the first young man, stood about 6 foot 2 inches tall, and weighed about 175 pounds. Vani in Yekevu looked for signs of aggression, but felt that the two men were just trying to get rid of him. Jome stood there talking, if you are trying to go farther west, you gotta take your ass all the way around this wall, and I would travel a few miles out as well, cause the way you redressed, you re just an open target. Jome said as he looked around again scratching his head. And that shit is 180 degrees away, about a day and a half to this journey, cause ain't no way in hell you re going to Tere. Vani en Jekevu understood this second man much better because he spoke much slower and didst cusses much. Anakatas have a very foul mood and smell bad. Vani en Jekevu Said es he release et his grasp from his kenne. Anakatas. My name is Jonathan, and this is my brother, Jome. Said Jonathan is he smelled his armpits. Why do you call us that name, Anive? Do you call a? Jonathan took to himself, as if he had an epiphany. Hey, I'll tell you what we are, we're your local pharmacist. Motherfucker. That's what we are. He grabs some vials and continues, got a tut ash. Jonathan held up a green vial with a smile on his face. Got menstrual cramps, he quickly paused. Oh, my fault. Or do you wanna get high as the great blue sky, holding up a red vial? Jonathan continued as he pulled out a yellowish-looking vial. Now, with this stuff here. I call it, hide and seek. We are the people to see for all your medical needs, plus more, if you know what I mean. No, I don't, replied Vani in Jekevu. Jome interrupted, we ain't gonna have shit, if he touches that dumbbell, but busted. Jome was the smartest of the two as he walked toward Vani in Jekevu. Why are you here? Your type is rarely seen here unless they are being arrested or executed or bought. Vani in Jekevu said proudly, I have to go to Arizona, for I am being sent here by Zabaoth to get married. Jonathan jokingly, damn, ain't no bitches where you from? You carrying your ass clear across the country to get some ass. Offended, but yet understanding, Vani in Jekevu held his peace as Jonathan continued, hell, you can have our cousin, Kias. She's one ugly bitch, but she can clean and cook her ass off. Vani in Jekevu smiled, no thanks. Jonathan smiled, tell that, Zabaoth. Vani in Jekevu quickly interrupted Jonathan with a stern voice. Zabaoth is my creator, whom I serve, please. Hold your peace. Jonathan said, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were so sensitive, shit. You religious people are so meeting. Else. See ein Vanjen Jekevus frustration with Jonathan, Jome said, look. It was nice knowing you and all that, but we gotta go. A beam of light shone on Jome's forehead and summating struck him as his body fell to the ground. Alucry came from behind Vani in Jekevu. Kill them. Kill them all. Jonathan held up his hands and shouted, wait. A large spear pierced through his body, impaling him to the ground, and he quickly started coughing up blood. As Vani in Jekevu turned around, he still had his hand on his kenne, ready for battle. The time flashes back to the present. Still working on understanding his gift, he shook his head as he heard Jonathan, Anakatas. My name is Jonathan, and this is my brother Jome. We are your local pharmacist as he grabs some vials. Got a tut ash. Jonathan held up a green vial with a smile, got menstrual cramps, he pauses. Oh, my fault. Vani in Jekevu. Said, oh, my fault. The same time as Jonathan said it, listen, easy you as good man, kind of. He smiled. But, our prince are everywhere, and we don't have long, but we must heed or fight. As he continued, Jonathan did not hear a word he had said and pulled out a yellowish-looking vial. Now, with this shit here, I call it hide and seek. Shaking his head at Jonathan, Jome said, I'm a lover, not a fichter. Do the last want you? Vani in Jekevu replied, I don't have time to explain, but we got about 6 minutes, and it's not going to be good for any of us. Jome grabbed a vial out of his back, shook it 3 hard times, threw it onto the ground, and then pointed to Vani in Jekevu. Go into the door. Not long after, 8 men arrived as the 3 young men which took a one-way transparent door. He has to be closer, said one man. As another man is heard a little voice of sighing, he got 3 sets of prints heading north. Hours later, the smell of wild rabbit roasting and the pungent scent of musk from the men filled the air. Tere wäre rabbits in a metal oven with a bricht light, roasting, it's been about 2 to 3 hours now, and tose men are long gone and lost by now. Jome said as he held up a small vial as he continued. That Tere was an old military secret weapon used back in the days, it creates footprints for up to 10 miles. Need a. Jome smiled as he tried to impress Vani and Yekevu. Good thing he got about 3 left. It's about. Looking at the wall, he snapped his fingers, and a transparent image stood against the wall with a map and the time. Then with his finger, he flicked the surface of the light, and the map moved. T should be around about Tere, pointing to the map, very here. Vani and Yekevu was sitting on the ground with his eyes closed and his legs crossed as he meditated, listening to Jome's voice. He opened his eyes. Amazement filled him again as he asked Jome what is that, pointing to the map wieder. Shaking his head, he took a deep breath. The boat is able. The brothers paused and looked at each other. Now he speaks. Jome jokingly said. It's a map, man. Are you from the Stone Age? Jonathan shakes his head. Y'all ain't got no GPS, weather system map, you never is a wese walls, you dress like Tarzan meets ninja, or so madam body. Y'all was hip got. And tose assholes in Tere think te a got. Damn. This world is coming to an end. Vani and Yekevu ignored Jonathan, looking at Jome. He asked, this map, how does it work? Pointing to a small coin-looking object reflecting the image on the wall. Jome replied, this is a GPS, weather map that shows you time, temperature, weather conditions, and the leaks around you. And that's all it's good for. You can get one of these anywhere. The new owners are real-time too, showing people and objects. Tere are 3 ways of getting one, trade, barter, or slaukata. It's that simple. Vani and Yekevu said, pointing at the map, you say we are here. And he need to get here. Can you show me a closer view of Arizona? Vani and Yekevu asked. Jome said, Sure, he took 2 hands and gestured his hand to make a lager square, and a lager map appeared and asked, where in Arizona? Vani and Yekevu replied, I believe it's the Sioux reservation outside of Tucson. Jonathan looking closely, here. Studying the map, Vani and Yekevu said, that will take many months to reach Tere. It is so. Their conversation became more interesting as tea ate and got aqua intet. Before tea kneed it was 7 p.m. Jome said, if you are to go, you need to go right now. We, anakatas, as you call us, party and make mischief at night. Those guys are not looking for you around this time. My yours about, as you call him, be with you. Jome smiled as he continued, you're pretty much a nice guy, but ignorant, but nice will get you killed in these here parts. Vani and Yekevu took out his blade and began sharpening it, saying, yes, I know, but my kindness is not weakness, besides, those men were going to kill both of you as well. Your life means nothing to them. Jome ten said, well, te nicht have tugt wie wäre togeter, for we are not from around here. We, to, are just passing through, waiting to see what our next move is. Pointing at Jonathan, if Simeone hadn't decided to gamble our jet bikes. Away, we would we been out of here long ago. Vani and Yekevu smiled, you must come with me on my journey and lead us learn from. Ich otter. Jome took for a minute, looked at Jonathan, and shook his head, we can go as far as Las Cruces, New Mexico, and then we must head north to Albuquerque. I guess we can go that way. Hell, we been here what? About 6 months or so, maybe it's time to move on to our next adventure. Jonathan rudely interrupted, but what the fuck can we learn from your ass? You don't know shit. Vani and Yekevu placed 3 stars, 2 metal and 1 wooden, on the table. Jonathan picked up the wooden one and accidentally pricked his finger. Damn, this bitch is sharp. Vani en je kevo smidet, pick so meeting in here and pick any star, and I will hit it. A smile was on Jome's face, he grabbed a coin out of his pocket and threw it up in the air. Z. Vani en je kevo grabbed one of the metal stars and said with a smile, it is so. The coin came down on the table with the star that in the middle. Bullshit. Jonathan said, grabbing the star with the coin infused into it, ho in the fuck. Did you do that? As he spoke, Vani en je kevo grabbed the wooden star and threw it toward Jonathan. The sound of the wooded object whizzed past his left ear, marking a whistling noise. Hearing the star hit the back of the wall behind him, he turned around to the other until that had been split in half. Angry, shocked, amazed, and surprised at what he had seen and heard, Jonathan jumped up and started cursing and admiring Vanjen Jekevus. Chill simultaneously. Man! What the fuck you think you re-doing throwing that shit at me? Vani en je kevo peacefully said, it was not at you, it was past you. Is that not poisonous? I have never seen such a gigantic spider like that before. Jonathan replied, that bitch ain't shit, but a bigger spider. You never as a tarantula before either, oh, hell enough. As he started fussing at Vani en je kevo, Jome as a the frustration on Vanjen Jekevus face. He interrupted Jonathan, shoot your bitches up. Jome ten looked at Vani en je kevo, excuse my brother, he has a mean bug, but he ain't got no beate. Vani en je kevo had a confused look on his face at the saying. Jome patted his brother on the chest 3 times. He has a delicate heart. Jonathan pushed his brother, saying, fuck you. WHY are you apologizing for me, motherfucker? He's the one that threw that star at me. Jome replied, past you, he took your silly. Us was in danger, asshole. Calm the fuck down and let's get the hell out of here. I'm this old boy here. We smell like shit, up in here. T walked up to the pathway that led out of the structure, and Vani en je kevo noticed the stairs, for it was made of a liquefied substance that was extremely hard. It resembled solid molten lava, but was silver. Vani en je kevo looked at them with amazement. And felt a tape on his shoulders. Jonathan smiled and jokingly said, the boat is able, yeah. Vani en je kevo smiled back, it is so. Jome leading the way up and out of the cube, quickly ran about 5 feet away from the entrance and fell to his knees, brushing away dirt and sand until he came across a red blinking light. He pushed the light, and the sand behind them started collapsing into a large hole by the time Jonathan reached the top of the stairs. A small stainless steel cube appeared about 1 inch in depth and width, right below Jonathan's feet. Staring at the hole and curiously at the cube, Vani en je kevo shook his head. Jome had a solemn look on his face as he bent down, pulled off his backpack, and placed the cube Chappet Davis into it. Ten he looked up at Jonathan. We gotta go north and get those horses from those men, we can't go south because of our new friend and set them door. Those guys got horses, plus I'm sure they think we are in front of them instead of behind them. But it's 8 of them, according to, man, how in the heck do you pronounce your name? Vani en je kevo said proudly. Vani en je kevo, and ten slowly tried to sound it out for them, as Jome drew of them a small black D with the seeds of a button. How do you spell that? Vani en je kevo said, VANYENYEKEVU. Jonathan just shook his head. Damn. Well, I'm going to call ya as way. You know, like take your asset way. As he pointed, you got 26 syllables and 26 letters in your damn name. Look, I'ma tell you like this. It's only 3 of us and we, pointing at himself and his brother, ain't no fichters, we shoot the shit out ya. Pulling out AZ-51 Rifle and throwing Jonathan the 630 bis 9 handgun, he continued, this shit here will stop a motherfucking transport. Train. Ten he tros submitting toward vanien jekvu. This is for you since you are a little bit behind time, an ancient colt 45. Vani en jekvu shuk his het in refusal. No, I have this, pointing to his kenne. No motherfucker, you better take this shit here, he pointed with the colt at a cactus, and a loud sound ripped trug the destroying the cactus. This motherfucker here is what you need, ain't no longer kniefe gotta stop a motherfucker that ain't close enough to use it on. Just point and shoot, just point and shoot. Jome, looking at Jonathan. Point and shoot. Motherfucker, I wish you could do that too. You'll miss it if it's not as big as that cactus. Vani en jekvu pulled out his grandfather's old colt and said, I have one already. He took the 45 anyway, and asked, what is this black button that you gave us? Jonathan said, it's a laser detection. It warns you if Simeone is pointing a laser type weapon at you. As long as the laser points at you, it will go off. Vani en jekvu was a hunter by nature, and tracking was just as easy. To his surprise, the two brothers were gifted in tracking as well. Now, 18 years old and the brothers were 22 and 17, and for months, they had traveled for miles headed to Colorado to TRY to live a somewhat normal life, with Jome. They wanted to live somewhere where no one knew them. Vani en jekvu and the brothers got to know each other as they journeyed together. At times, Vani en jekvu took Jonathan was hilarious, and tentere were times he was irritating, but he honestly had good hearts. After hours of walking and just a few hours away from the old abandoned town of Canutillo, Texas, they had walked around El Paso. Jome said, saying, it's getting dark, we need to stop and rest. It's too dangerous walking in the darkness around here. You got your scorpions, rattlers, wolves, centipedes, and... Jonathan interrupted, let's not forget the men, or we here, got us running from. Jonathan, grabbing his cube from his hip pocket as he continued, but seriously, I took you never say that shit. Ja, act like we were going to get some pussy or something as fast as we were walking, and how long we walked. You got old bloodhound here, pointing to Vani en jekvu, looking in the sky and shit, you're as looking at the dirt. Hell, I just started looking straight, that was the only damn direction left to look. Vani en jekvu located as Jome started pushing a few buttons, as he placed the cube on the ground. The ground started moving and the solid like feet matter started moving outward, downward, and inward. Until a large hole was approximately 50 feet by 50 feet wide and 30 feet in depth. The earth started covering the cube and slowly creating a camouflage door. 100 meters in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Jome said as he pointed to a reddish silver-like stick towards the sky and shouted, go. Jonathan pushed a button on his watch, and Jome did so simultaneously. They walked into the doors leading towards the ground. Go, Jonathan instructed Vani en jekvu. We only got 15 seconds to get in, or else we got to do it again. Also inside, they sat down on a bench created by the cube. Jonathan, looking at his watch, counted 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jome took out a small monitor. No one is within the perimeter but the wolves here, and there goes dinner, right here, he said as he pointed to some wild rabbits just 30 yards to the east of them. Vani en jekvu stood but was slightly held back by the shoulders by Jonathan. I got it, man, I can't. Wait all night to eat with your way of hunting. What you going do, so madam rocks at the motherfuckers. As he pointed to Davis, VLL be shining 3 of the motherfuckers in about 5 minutes. Jonathan made changes to his watch and 10 rushed out of the structure with nothing but rabbits on his mindestens. Please, forgive my brother, Jome said as he made adjustments inside the cube. As I said before, he is a good person, but our life hasn't been perfect, and we are taking our time traveling away from our old life. It's been about 2 years now since we have moved on, and it takes time, I feel, before we can lose our old ways and habits. Jome started opening up to Vani in Yikevu because he admired him. As he continued, we grew up as orphans in the cold hills of Virginia from the age of 10 and 15 years old. Our father was a pimp in Duxbur, Virginia, and our mother was one of his main prostitutes. As runners for our father, we learned the hustle game really quickly until one of the elite Tier 3 computants who often traveled here from the territory of Old Greensboro murdered our father and mother. We would supply the prostitutes and tire Johns with drugs and protect the women from abusive men were our key jobs working for him. After the death of our parents and an unsuccessful TRY at foster care, we soon became large suppliers of the drug and weapons trade for 5 years. If Anakatas hated the computants, we despised them. We have depended on each other for the past 8 years, living a life of shame, looking for hope, I guess you might say, for the past 2 years traveling. Vani in Yikevu understood and did judge, feeling Jome's sincerity. He smiled, amazingly, I have been on this journey for almost 2 years myself, and I'll be 18 in a few months. About his cousin all of OS Anakatas, computants, Vakatilians, and at one time, even the Albanians, to be his children. All matters of things have deceived us into staying away from his will. It's not technology, I believe, it's what we do with it that makes us stay away from his will. In my town, we live a peaceful life. Many of the elders think that technology is evil. But again, honestly, I believe it is how we use it, and we use it greed, power, lust, and things like that lead us away from the boat. I don't know if you ever heard of or knee of the boat until now, but listening to you, I know he's in your heart, for you have seen hell, and you used the keyword to his salvation, that's hope, which leads to fight. In the Torah, it says something so profound to me. It says, fight is the evidence of things not seen but of the things hoped for. You don't know what you want, but you want something better. Something that you hope for, therefore, you have fight to believe it will come true. Jome became teary-eyed as he began to speak. As a child, my father used to tell me of the stories about one of our ancestors who lived around the 21st century, or so, who was in charge of the main human colony on Mars called Ares Prime. Vani in Yikevu had a puzzled look on his face. Seeing the look, Jome continued, Ares Prime served as the headquarters for the Mars Colony Corporation. It was one of the first space adventures mankind ever made, other than the trip to the moon. Vani in Yikevu said, yes, I think I read about that many years ago. Jome continued, anyways, I always took that it was in our blood to be somebody more than pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers, and hustlers. But it was all he introduced me to as a child. Zabaoth, no, I never heard of him, but if he can change my immature brother and me, I'm willing to check him out. Vani in Yikevu lauked. Well, check him out then. Jome continued to speak of his experiences, and Vani in Yikevu listened as T-Bot got acquainted even more with each other when suddenly Jonathan rushed in, here we go. 3 of the fattest motherfuckers, from the herd. I can eat one by myself. Tats VHY, I got 3 of M. T schinet the animals together, and eventually, T started up their conversation again, which now included Jonathan. Jonathan choked for most of the conversation, but as he is his eldest brother being serious for the first time in his life, he, too, started opening up a little. Vani in Yikevu scraped up the last of his herbs and spices from his mother's bakes for his journey. He convinced them to let him cook for them but just needed to know how to work their oven. He quickly discovered it was easy and a lot faster than what he was used to. The brothers preferred his cooking method for a much better taste but were willing to use theirs also. The rabbits were seasoned just right, smothered in a thick ravi sauce, topped with wild rice and aside the ESH of carrots and sweet peas. The brothers agreed that tea were pleased, and the meal was perfect. Rubbing and teen scratching his stomach, Jome said, hell, il later, what time are we gonna head out? Vani en Jekevo said, round about daybreak. Te can't be too far ahead of us. I figure te are sleeping or about to go anyway, we need the element of surprise on our side. Cool, but brothers said. Te talked for a few more minutes before te were sound asleep. Vani en Jekevo closed his eyes, within seconds of staring into the darkness, he fell asleep. A vision awakens Vani en Jekevo, he sees light, the light quickly opens up, and there he sees the three of them sleeping. Then he quickly sees himself outside the cube, 8 men surround them, sitting and waiting for the first sign of movement. Then he reappears inside again, and tears Jonathan. Who wakes up and punches his brother's shoulders, wake up, and leads to this, he gets dressed and prepares himself for what might be a battle. Jome wakes Vani en Jekevo. Jonathan looks at the monitor. I clear, as soon as he opens the door, he's shot in the forehead and falls dead on the steps. Jome rushes to his brother's side, and tears down 2 men. Who opens the door and shoots Jome multiple times. Realizing it's another vision, he opens his eyes again into the darkness, waking Jonathan, there are men outside, waiting for us to open that door. Who can that be? The alarm did go off, the sound of Jonathan's voice awakens Jome. Vani en Jekevo said, I don't know why your alarm did go off, but if you go out there, te will shoot you on sight, for te are waiting at the entrance. Vani en Jekevo gives the brothers the details, and Jome quickly rigs up an clamore mine Davis to go off when he remotely opens the door. 3 men standing outside the door as it was about to open and drew their weapons but were killed by the explosion. Jonathan and Vani en Jekevo spring to the top of the door, killing another 2, but Jome is shot in the head and dies. Darkness covers Vani en Jekevo several times as the different scenarios play out. Vani en Jekevo ten hears a loud voice. Either te bot die, or one of them life, unless te bot believe. What they met like horse to Vani en Jekevo was only 5 minutes since the te lied down to sleep. Vani en Jekevo wakes bot of them up. We have less than 7 minutes to prepare for an ambush. We must go, and go now. Quickly, te run at least 15 yards behind some rocks. Vani en Jekevo grabbed them. But, this is a matter of life or death, I know in my heart you bot want to believe in the bout. Jome was about to interrupt him, Vani en Jekevo held up a finger to tell him, hold on, as he continued, let's just say I know so meeting and so meone that you don't know, for now, you might feel betrayed by the bout, but I need you to understand that I were eating is done for a reason. He looked around the corner and saw 5 men surrounding the entrance and 2 men standing off holding the horses to the side, and 1 man just a little way off on his stomach with a sniper rifle. I need you bot to either accept or deny the bout now. Confused, Jonathan and Jome looked at each other and said, accept. Vani en Jekevo smiled in relief, either you bot accepted, or else one of you or bot of you would have die nicht. Know this, neither one of you will die today because the bout has said it is so. Jonathan began to speak, what? Vani en Jekevo rebuked him sharply. I have heard it all, listen to me. I don't have time to explain. Vani en Jekevo briefly told them about his dream, te all whispered amongst themselves until Vani en Jekevo said, te are waiting for us to come out the door, so I will go around quickly and kill the man lying down. I need you to wait for my signal and get near the men with the horses so as not to spook them off. Vani en Jekevo pointed at Jome. You two need to kill the other men waiting at the doorway. Te were all in agreement, circling around, Vani en Jekevo came upon the man on his stomach, holding his eye up closer to the rifle, looking for any sudden movement to come out of the cube. Vani Nyekevu told himself that he needed to kill him in a way that was quick but quiet. Taking a metal star out of his paw, he threw it with enough force to penetrate his skull. The man had dropped to the ground, dead. Then he headed towards the men with the horses. There was enough space between them that he could kill one without alarming the others, so he took out one of them. He raised his hands to the brothers, and Jonathan shot the other men while Vani Nyekevu took out the third man running for his life. They gathered the bodies together and threw them on top of each other. Jonathan and Jome shook their heads looking at the men's clothing, and Jonathan saw it with fear in his eyes. We definitely can't stay here now. Do you know who the hell these men are? Dead. Vani Nyekevu saw it. Jonathan talked about it for a second and said it, well, yeah, they are, but these are the men of the armored circle. They are one of the major cartels that run all trade inside, outside, and around No Man's Land, the entire country of Old Mexico and El Paso. Oedipus is the most ruthless of them all, and his son, Dam, one ugly Jome bitch, Abooksigun, was just killed the night before. This Abooksigun g 6'5", about 220 pounds, yeah, not too fair in the face. Vani Nyekevu saw it. Jonathan raised his eyebrows and quickly interrupted him, not too fair in the face. That motherfucker was ugly. I mean, he could scare a fucking ghost with that face. Vani Nyekevu laughed, yeah, I guess you could say he was ugly. For I'm the one who killed him. Jome laughed and said to Vani Nyekevu, I never as a way you laugh like that before. Hell, I took you weren't human for a moment. Jonathan shouted, fuck a laugh. You killed him. He began passing back and forth, you killed him, hell to's enough, man. Jonathan held his head and took a deep breath. Well, we definitely have to leave now. Jome turned to Vani Nyekevu. I want to talk about this. This is the second time you as a so meeting before it happened. Are you a psychic or Jome kind of voodoo priest? You did say you were from Louisiana. Vani Nyekevu, while checking the saddlebags on the horses he took from the men, said, Everyone from Louisiana doesn't know voodoo or witchcraft. There are a few, but there are many believers in the bout. Then he took to himself. Well, not many that I know of. Shaking his head, he said to the brothers, we can talk about that some other time. If these men are as famous as you say, we need to go north a bit and bury these guys in a grave or so meeting and be on our way. I want to be out of this state before sundown. The brothers ransacked the horses and the men's belongings, grabbing useful items, gadgets, and weapons. Then suddenly, you could see the two brothers, faces lit up with joy. Jonathan and Jome were laughing and joking as if they struck gold. Vani Nyekevu understood nothing they were talking about but knew that it would make their trip to Arizona safer, according to all the excitement. They had two horses as they headed out. Vani Nyekevu was concerned. These last two horses will return to where they come from unless we take them with us. If they get where they are going, we are just asking for more trouble and look at this brand on. Their hindquarter, surely Someone knows who this brand belongs to. After burying the men, Vani Nyekevu grabs the harness off the other two horses that were left and decides to keep them. I'll take one for you, said Jome. Just until we realize what we are going to do later after we get to New Mexico. They headed north a bit, then headed northwest just to keep themselves at least 5 miles away from the bubble to a strange place called Anthony, Texas, and up the road read another sign, Anthony, New Mexico, 1 mile. Jonathan jokingly said, look at that shit, they couldn't think of another name for the other town. The New Mexico state border sign was in sight. Jonathan was so excited he shouted at the top of his lungs, the last one there has to get dinner tonight. Kicking his horse on the side, he took off with Vani Nyekevu and Jome, quickly following as they all raced towards the state line.